We are doing a slope problem here. We're trying to find the x and the y intercepts where the line crosses the equation, the line crosses the x axis, and where it crosses the y axis. Once you copy that and try to solve it on your own, use a piece of graph paper if you got it. If you don't, kind of mark off some tick marks on the normal line piece of paper, and that'll work for you. I'll give you a second to copy that down and think about it. Good. All right. I usually set up slope problems like this where the x usually comes, always comes first, alphabetically, x on the left and y on the right. And I just put a little grid mark on there. And I'm going to set my y value to 0. So copying the equation again, I take this y and plug in a 0. And see what it takes me. Now I want, as always, I want to get x by itself. That's the only thing we don't know there. We got 0 here, we got 1 there, we got half there. We know all that stuff, but we don't know x. So we want to peel this away, like I've said before, peel it away down to the x by itself. So here's some tricks we do. This guy here is a sitting duck, so we're going to get rid of him right away quickly, in a hurry. A -1 and a +1 collapse to 0, and that's a cool thing. But if we do this to this side of the equal sign, we got to do the same thing over here, -1. So all this collapses to 0, so you get a -1. 0 plus a -1 is a -1, is equal to 1/2 of x. 1/2 of x. Now to get rid of that 1/2, here's something new for you. We're going to multiply by the reciprocal of 1/2. And the reciprocal of 1/2 means the flip of it. Just flip it upside down and multiply. That's cool. I'm just moving this over. The reciprocal is 2/1. And if you multiply any number by its reciprocal, you get 1. It's cool, because 2 times 1 is 2, and 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 divided by 2 is 1 whole. So these guys collapse to 1. When you multiply any number by its reciprocal, or its flip, you get 1. But if I multiply by the reciprocal over here, what do I have to do over here, Damien?
You have to, I think
multiply by its the same number, right?
Yeah, same number.
Reciprocal. 2/1. All right, these guys give you x all by itself. And that's equal to 2/1 is the same thing as 2. 2 divided by 1 is 2. Times a -1 is a -2. So x is equal to -2 here. So we can put this value in. So there is -2. That's half of the chart. Now we go back. Start again with our equation. And original equation. Now we want to set x at 0. Over here. We want x to be 0. And see where it takes us. So simply plug in 0 for x. And that becomes simple because any number times 0 is 0. So this collapses to 0. It's gone. 0 plus 1 is 1, isn't it? So that's the value of y. The value of y is 0 plus 1. And that would be 1. Now we got to put it on a graph. That's all we got to do is put these guys on a graph, and it will show us a line. We got 2 points, will give us a line. So I am building us a little graph. Here's your y value, and here's your x value. And remember, y is it's the only member with the stem going up and down, so the y is the up and down one. And the x is the left and right. And these are always given in alphabetical order, so x comes first and then y. This is a negative x value, here's positive x value. I think that's all I'm gonna need. So all we're gonna do is put in these points. Where x is -2, so here's your x, here's 0, here's -1, -2. Where x is -2, y is 0. Because y is right here, y is 0 right there. X is -2, y is 0. So that's in. Now we're gonna put where x is 0 and y is +1, right here. Where x is 0 and y is a +1, right there. And this, my friend, is the graph. And we have a joke that Damien wants to do.
We're gonna take the paper?
Why won't Goldilocks drink water with 8 ice cubes in it? 8 ice cubes. Because it's 2 cubed. That's a teacher joke, if I ever heard one. All right. Here's your slope too, by the way. It's rise over run. Your rise is 1. Your run is 2. And if you note on that problem, that first coefficient was 1/2, and that's your slope, and it's accurate.
Yeah, accurate.
And have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.